Hey, what's going on, Patreon guys? Drama22 coming back with a quick video, just giving you some insight on after the patch that just dropped today on the 3rd of September. Let's take a look at how double brackets working or not working for us, okay? What I'm going to do is kind of just talk about the things that are better, and then there's a huge issue if you wait to the end of the video talking about something that I don't think is broken in NCAA or in college football, but it might be. Okay, I haven't checked it in a while, but sometimes EA doesn't tell you everything that they fix. So these are not, this situation is not in their notes, okay? So they don't talk about bracket coverage, but you always have to check everything because sometimes they kind of fix things on the low and don't tell you. Well, here's an example of 50-50. I'm gonna call double bracket, okay? I'm gonna come out versus a regular 2x2 set to start, all right? And the rules for double bracket goes as this. We're going to get a double team on the slot receiver, and then we're going to get a double team on the #1 weak receiver, okay? So we have our slot receiver being double teamed by this free safety, and the strong safety is going to help out and double team, supposedly, on this backside receiver. More on that later. Let's just focus on the front side. This is fixed, okay? So how is it fixed? Well, if you look at this, we're going to get a true bracket coverage, double team coverage here. I'm just going to run a regular vertical route. And you can see the first thing you notice is the nickel is doing what? He's not pressing. So that helps with just the animation battle of him not losing right off the bat, right? So that's great. He's also going to play outside leverage. So he's getting outside. You see how he backpedals slightly to the outside? Right? He stays there. Kind of, I would call this in Madden world, I guess you can call it kind of a soft shoe. He's backpedaling, staying on top of #2. Could be high and outside. He kind of gets caught to a little bit low shoulder, but that's not important. The most important thing is that our safety also is backpedaling, right? With this vertical release, he's going back and he's staying inside leverage. That's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look if we get some sort of slant route. I mean, just a drag route combination. Okay, now you're going to get your safety coming and trying to play inside leverage of this drag route. It's tough, but you can see his initial footwork is what? He takes one step back and then he comes running down to cover it. So this is the same thing you get in college football. I'm not going to go through all the route combinations, but any type of interior breaking route, the safety is in pretty good position. Not perfect, but pretty good position to take that away. So that's a very viable concept that we can use on defense. If we get any type of out-breaking route, like a 5-yard out, our corner is pretty much going to eat that up, okay? Now, let's look at the backside of the concept, okay? What you're going to notice is you're going to get a strong, really strong, aggressive press by the corner, okay? I know this is a good corner as well, but he's really going to do a good job of really trying to get hands on him. And any type of vertical route, you're going to see that the safety is going to also make sure that he's involved and help out on any type of route that goes over 10 yards, okay? And he's going to try to bracket that down the field like the safety does there, okay? So we're in good shape versus these outside breaking routes if we get any type of post routes. Okay, let's look at a deep dig route here. All right, because this is where it gets a little bit funky, I'm being honest with you. All right, when we get these deep dig routes, sometimes they cover them, sometimes they don't. This is an example where it looks like it was covered. So what I'm seeing right now is that 2x2, we're in pretty good shape versus routes that go beyond 10 yards. Let me show you this though. If I get a drag, okay, drag going across the field, you see what happens there? The corner absolutely lets him go, okay? So take a look at this. I'm not sure if this is a bug, but this is something you need to be aware of. He lets him go, okay? And then over here, let's just do the same thing to the same side. Let's just run a slant route, right? So now we're going a little bit deeper. He chases him, okay, he gets beat. But you can see that there's no safety help at all, that's not how it's supposed to be played. So this is something that's a little bit buggy, where we're not getting the correct double team action here on the weak side of the coverage, okay? Let me go with a 5-yard end. Get the 5-yard in. Okay, the safety recognized that and came and played that, okay? So there's something going on with the recognition system with the safety on the backside. I'm not sure why. Again, EA never claimed to have fixed this or even talked about it. So I'm not gonna really like hold their feet to the fire necessarily, but it's still broken to some sort. kind of, sort of, right? Let's take a look at this comeback on the backside. So this is 3x1. I didn't go over the rules, but the rules are pretty much the same. It's going to be a bracket double team on the slot receiver, and on the weak side, we're going to get vertical. We should get a vertical bracket, inside out bracket also on that weak side receiver to solo number one weak receiver. Okay, now if we get a vertical route, watch how the corner does a good job of pressing the heck out of this guy. So that's a really good thing, guys. If you guys want to help out with that, I mean, if you guys just want to know that, how to get your best press animation, well, for whatever reason, double bracket does a hell of a job. But take a look at the same problem on the backside, right? We're going to now put him on a shallow, and we're going to get nobody covering the shallow across the field. And then we're going to take this guy and put him on also a slant. After the press, the corner chases him late, like he forgets him, and he's like, oh snap, let me go get him. And then let's try the 5-yard in. Sorry about that, 5-yard in. Okay, let's just go to the other side then, that's fine. 5-yard in on this side. Okay, so the safety's recognizing the 5-yard in. Okay, so just want you guys to be aware, it is fixed to that side. It is not fixed to the other side. It is actually worse to the other side, unless it's been bad and I just haven't looked at it. Now, let me just quickly show you guys there's other bracket systems in there you need to know about. This is the Philadelphia Eagles playbook. There's usually strong double 2. So one double wide receiver 2 and one double wide receiver 1 should be in there somewhere. If it's not, it's definitely in some other formations. All that means, there it goes. All we're going to do is double team the best wide receiver. Okay, so what we get here, this is much better and much cleaner than the double bracket system. When you have the single bracket system, you're going to get clean coverages on double teaming whoever is the player that you're trying to double team. But we had the problem here on the backside, right? We were running this shallow and it wasn't getting covered. Well, now you're going to get covered. Okay. So whatever the logic is they have for that, the primary double team in a play will stand up and play versus the same formation that for some reason double bracket doesn't work. Okay. So I appreciate you guys staying to the end of the video. This is something good to learn. If you guys want to check out more tips, hop over to the Patreon. I'm going to pause this video and then continue and give them some tips on how I think we can still play double bracket and how it can work for us. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know below. I'll talk to you later, man. Peace.